right, y'all. Well, we are here. Adriana's getting her life together.
I don't know why you stopped. I'm in.
Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of CHRISSIE.
All I said was hi. I didn't even do nothing to her.
I know what you was doing.
Oh, no.
All I did was look over.
She always think I'm up to no good, y'all.
I didn't think you was up to no good. I just looked over.
Who you be?
I'm the controversial one,
And I'm the authentic one. Hola.
And together we are
To each his own.
I'm sitting. This drink is wonderful.
I'm on that H2O. It's a steamer out there.
Shout out to those out there women. It is very hot. Shout out to you wherever you are in the world. Shout out to wherever the weather is. Because in the streets of Philadelphia, it's hot.
Hot as shit. Feel like Crisco. When the chicken about to go right in.
This Crisco for me. I ain't seen or heard of Crisco in a very long time.
It's extra. I actually just asked my mama. Believe it or not, I just asked me to fry my mom to fry me some wings at Crisco the other day.
It was good too.
She won't do it. No, I told her it's too hot right now. I told her I would never ask her to do it not in this weather. Even with air, I just feel like when you fry fish or chicken inside the house, like fish you might be able to get away. You might be able to get away with. But when you frying chicken takes it longer. Like fish is quick, it's in and out. But when you frying chicken, it makes it so hot. Like
in the deep fry outside. Still fried outside, right out bed.
Yeah.
Fried outside.
I do want a deep fryer, yeah. I want a deep fryer for outside.
Yeah, I want a big North. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm at that age now. I am an auntie. I want all those essentials. I need the large deep fryer for outside.
Yes.
Large fried catfish and everything else like that. I want a large smoker.
Yes. Put you some meat
on there. You know, I love meat, though.
I should be the one to have a whole pig with an apple in his mouth on a spit. Like, ew.
And all I need off of it is the shoulder.
Bye, girl.
That's all I need.
We ain't even cheers. Cheers. Nice to see y'all this week. She get the shoulder lean.
Come on, let me see you bounce right to left and let your shit. Come on, young Dro. Yes.
I hate you so bad.
What? You the one started it?
Yes.
I love that. So let's go ahead and get into what's going on in the streets and get this episode started.
Well, I mean, not to put a damper on everything, but I always have to do the fun. You know, we're not political gals, but these memes, after you know who did you know what, have been flooring me. Okay? They have been hilarious, yo. It's just like, y'all are never take anything serious.
Y'all learned from Osama and Sudan and them. Y'all, I don't know why the hell we went over there messing with them people.
I feel you, girl. Cause I feel like when they come back,
as soon as my mom
all you gonna hear is you could never ever, and then she gonna be like,
remember when B.O.B.
Yes, get on my level. Yes.
I felt so crushed when I saw one of the posts. Of course, you know the blog started posting it everywhere, and one of the first comments I saw was a woman who said, "My heart is so broken because my son just went to the military."
See, yes, man, that's sad.
I understand. I empathize with her fear and struggling with knowing that she has no control over what's going to happen.
Prayers out to anybody that's going through that same situation, because I personally don't and can't imagine what they're feeling, because it's like
that shit is scary.
It's part of the game when you sign up to these. That when that's your career.
And this is why I cuss family members out, especially as black folk. Listen, because I got vets in my family, and I cuss them out. Why would y'all put your family through that hurt, especially in a political climate like this and certain other ones that we had in the past? Why would y'all put your family through their hurt, trauma, and fear of going on to fight for this country? We don't know what's going to happen, y'all. Y'all want to put your lives on the line for the rest of these millions of folks we don't even know. And Michael told us they don't really care about us. Why would you go out there and now I'm home crying and snotting and carrying on? Don't know when you gonna come home.
Can you relax? But that's true though, yeah.
I'm having heart palpitations and shit. I got high blood pressure at 22.
All the bullshit on the news.
Like, come on.
The propaganda.
I'm sorry. I don't like it.
It's just a lot.
I don't like it. Yeah. And I said a short prayer for her. I sure did as soon as I read it because my heart just dropped. I can just imagine, like I said, the fear, and I understand what she's going through because I've been there. I've been there twice. My cousin went over. We had that. What was that? 9/11.
Child.
My cousin was into the service right before it ended. As we all know, one of my brothers is a vet. It was a very big time of him having to go overseas when he was active as well. It was too much. My grandfather fought in the Vietnam War. Why I gotta keep sacrificing my food?
Right. Mm-hmm. And Vietnam did something to niggas. My favorite cousin served in Vietnam.
It absolutely
one of my favorite
did. At this point, I'm traumatized when it comes to my family going with the service. I'm completely against it. Mm-hmm. I wish I would have a son or a daughter. My mom going to the service. No, the fuck you're not.
I just know it's not for me. And with a person like this in office, I wouldn't recommend it. It's like you don't. Yeah, it's so sad. And then the way they just gave, and the way
they just
and the way
my cousin just retired.
Yeah, made it out by the scale. The what's it called? The skin of their teeth. Like, I know they probably feel so relieved because I can't imagine or if you was literally on the brink of saying, you know what, this is my last year, I'm about to be out of here, and you get this shit happen. I would be pissed the hell off.
Why would you go over there bothering them people?
Really?
They were like, this girl, she was her husband packed up, was about to leave, and then got to 6 months, 6 to 9 months.
Deployed. Dang.
Let me tell you something. I'm not anybody who's Iranian who lives over here in the Americas. I am not against you. We at CHRISSIE
We don't have shit to do with Trump's decision.
We love y'all, okay?
We don't want that.
We are here with you. When I come, we don't want no smoke. All I want is my yellow rice. Okay, and my kebabs in them. That's all I.
And my kebabs in them.
That's all I. Because at the end of the day, they're not about to start coming over here throwing sand in my eyes and taking shit out of me. I'm not about to go through all of that.
CHRISSIE, shut the hell up.
They not finna part the Red Sea on me.
Yeah, please don't.
I don't want nothing to do with that. Like, why didn't the fuck? Can we got please.
Cut.
I'm stressed. Move on.
All right,
please.
cut.
It stresses me out. I'm serious.
Nonetheless, everybody out there, keep your head high. Make sure you keep your family close. Pay attention. Educate yourself and plan. Have a plan. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fuck. I gotta.
What's next?
I can dodge and shit.
I know, right? Shit. Pretty intense.
Oh, some more bullshit.
What?
So check this out, right? And this is interesting, you know. Some of you may have heard, some of you have not. It was a woman that had went viral for refusing auto care when she went to get her car service. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see what car service, what dealership this was. It was Synergy Auto Care. Mm-hmm. I believe she is in North Carolina. It doesn't say what state that she's in this particular report. Oh yeah, it does say North Carolina in this particular report. Yes. Woman went to get her car service at Synergy Auto Care. She was sitting there waiting in the lobby, and the staff, the service workers, were talking about Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. They were like, the banks are closed tomorrow. And she said, yeah, I'm explaining this to you guys because the audio and the video is a little fuzzy. Yeah. They said the banks are closed tomorrow. And they were like, yeah, somebody said, for what they were talking about, well, what's the reason? And they pretty much mocked Juneteenth. Somebody was like, Juneteenth or whatever. And they was like, well, what's that for? And somebody stated something about reparations or something. I don't know. Like, that's what they thought Juneteenth was about.
Yeah.
The lady got up very calmly, as she should have, get my car, pull my car around. I'm not getting my car service here anymore, and I'm getting out of here. Right. They're like, what? No, get my car, pull my car around front. Is this make model? Pull them around. I'm not getting this done. She walks out, and they kind of looking around like, well, what? They like, well, I guess she got upset about the Juneteenth thing because she was the only black woman in the. Of
course, yeah. What the fuck do y'all think y'all are?
That woman did exactly what she was supposed to do. No, I don't want y'all servicing my car. No, I don't want to give y'all my money because at the end of the day, even if y'all not racist, the lack of knowledge and ignorance that y'all have behind this, because I would have felt more appreciated if, as the only black person in the room, one of y'all would have turned around and asked me, even if y'all said that, y'all would have turned, or are we right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, what is Juneteenth actually in representation of? Ask me if you really don't know. Don't sit there ignorantly float that shit around in no conversation, and you expect me as a black person to sit here in front of that. And you know what's funny? I was scheduled to get my car serviced the next day in Montgomery County, which we all know what Trump did.
Mm.
And I told myself, I said, so? Myself said, I said, now watch it. Watch how these people move. Watch how these people treat you. But I went in there and that old white man, I ain't gonna leave a lie, I almost took his pinching. The way he was gritting up at me up and down, he was very, very, very nice to me. He was very, very nice to me. Very nice. I don't know if it's because it was the week of Juneteenth or not, but he was very, very nice to me. He was very, very nice to me. He did very, very good service, exceptionally well.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Oh, I know. Anyway,
I don't know. I'm scheduled to do
you would. But even further beyond that, my thing is even if you would, regardless of what you do or you don't know, it's the audacious nerve of you to mock that while a black person is present in the room. Point blank, period. Y'all shouldn't have said nothing. Bottom line, we are not our ancestors. We will not tolerate it. Some of us is from the Malcolm tree, and some of us is from the Martin tree.
I'm from the
Tread carefully. Either way, you
I
never
pray
know.
like Martin, but
Yes.
I fight like Malcolm.
Listen, because it could get real Alabama
We
real
can
quick.
We can fight too if that's what you want. Whichever way you want to take it, I'm willing to go.
We could take the Holy right, or we could do Holy Evanderfield.
Mm-hmm.
Evander Holyfield. Let me know. Anyway, I'm just saying.
No, I'm right there with you.
You gotta let the folks know. Well, wait a minute. Well, speaking of weird things happening, so I'm always perusing and stuff like that. Tell me what you would do in this situation, because this is something that I saw when I was on social media. So picture this. You're in the grocery store.
Come on, picture it. Sicily, 1942. I was just watching grocery.
You get on my nerves. You're in the grocery store. You're happily married to your husband, whoever he is. You're not with him. You're by yourself. Minding your business, just shopping for things for your home. And out of the blue, this minor, who you can tell from the way he looks, a minor approaches you. You're minding your business looking for the Glade double packs, bitch. The Febreze joints. The ones that smell real fucking good. You getting your little Sao Paulo, your little Sage, whatever it is. And this little crumb snatcher walks up to you and says, oh, hey, how you doing? You look good. Like trying to talk to her. And she's politely declining and saying, leading with the fact, she said, first of all, I can tell that you're underage. I'm an adult. I am married. My husband wouldn't appreciate this. Have a nice day. She was like, I'm so flattered that you find me attractive. Thank you very much for all your compliments. Just trying to talk him down nicely and just trying to redirect him and show him how to basically model how to interact with a woman the correct way. Mm-hmm. And he kept getting close to her, y'all. And she was like, don't do that. She kept, y'all, I'm so glad that she recorded the interaction. It was just so strange. Like he just kept walking up to her. So he had been talking to her. She said, just the look on him. She said, when I really paid attention to how he looked, like he just didn't look like something was going on with him. He was like, come here, I'm saying no. He's like, yeah. He was like, give me a hug. Come on. Like he kept trying to coerce her into touch, like giving him a hug. And she kept telling him no. And I'm about to walk away and you have a good day. Girl, after it's all said and done and she's going back and forth with this guy, guess what the fuck this little young boy does? Because he tells her that he's 16. I think he told her he was 16 or something like that. Or maybe he lied. Child, she goes to walk away. He punches her in the ass. Punched her dead in her ass. So she did exactly what was smart. Went to the people at the store and was like, she's like, he's a minor. Like something has to be wrong. He didn't. She was like, who is he here with? So she's got in touch with, somehow the store personnel wound up locating his mother. This lady comes flying down the aisle with a cart, like damn near knocked her over. Didn't even realize that she was the victim that they was calling her in the back for when the whole situation went down. And was like, such and such, why would you do something like that? And then it was, to make matters worse, the little boy was only 13 years old. Insanity, right? Ain't that weird? That's so weird. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with him or what's going on at home or or the lack thereof. Something has to happen. I'm like, but I'm like that kind of engagement. That's sticky. I'm glad she handled it the way she did, though. That was smart thinking to go to store personnel. Because what if he would have tried to flip it and make it look like she came after him, but the cameras would have clearly saw him punching her in the ass. But it would have been her word against his as to what was being actually said.
They got the store personnel, but
I'm trying to figure out why nobody in the store said anything.
Now, I know we was just talking about that Florida woman who whooped that little boy ass on the plane because he called her Miss Piggy. That little motherfucker would have punched me in my ass. We would have got the store personnel, but he would have been in my motherfucking head. Naturally, naturally, I would have reacted, not forgetting that this was a child.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, because you know I'm least a Bernie motherfucking neck.
Cheese dip everywhere.
I'd have checked his ass so motherfucking fast in the throat. Gripped that motherfucker up and dragged his ass. The person, where's his motherfucking mother?
When I saw that, I said, "Yo, when I get on the couch tomorrow, I gotta talk about this."
I'd have slammed that bitch in the car. What the fuck is wrong with you, son? What the fuck is going on at home?
What's wrong with all y'all?
Now I gotta counsel you and this bitch. Now I gotta go from snap to clinical.
I can't with you. I can't.
Now, ma'am.
The fact that I'm just trying to figure out if you know that your son has something happening.
She know.
Yeah, so why would you? I wouldn't just let him roam around the store by himself. That's something.
Brian, give a fuck. He probably walked all the way. Come here. No, you got smash that motherfucker back.
Yeah, because you. No! Both people were black. And this wasn't a small. He didn't seem like a small kid.
I don't give a fuck. Even more reason.
Whatever.
That motherfucker would have been in the shit. I'd have scanned that mother across the Pop-Tarts and everything.
Y'all are crazy. It's like, why would you assault me?
Now I'd have turned into Miss Piggy.
Yeah. No, you'd have been Miss Froggy because bitch, you would have leaked. It's like, what's the odds of that? Like, you picture you in Target, you just like, what's the that? I'm like, whoa, wait a fucking minute. Like, now I'm on World Star because you wanted to fuck with me on a Sunday and I'm minding my business. I ain't got time for this shit. That was crazy though, right? I'm like, these kids is getting bolder and bolder. Y'all better get them. I'm just saying, shout out to sis. You handled that very well.
Yeah, God bless you, man. Because that wouldn't have been me. I would have handled that totally. Look at my natural reaction. I'm just almost assuming it would have went a totally different way.
I'm hollering.
So, who is the boss of this week?
Let's see.
Oh, shoot.
Ow. Oh, the boss of the week is our homeboy. It's our mother homeboy, Jeffrey Hudson. Shout out to the homie. Like, honestly, I'm proud of this.
The homie.
Yes, y'all can. So our homie Jeffrey Hudson wrote a novel called "Built from Her Hands." It's basically him telling his story through a fictional character. And you know, honestly, I want to read all about Makai. I can't wait. It sounds like a very, very, very well put together story. I feel like a lot of people could learn from it. It's very relatable, and it's about just basically shed some light on his story about being a young black teen from North Philadelphia, being raised by a single mom. Being fearful, doing what she got to do for her family. Making it through poverty, violence in the neighborhood.
It's giving the Philly ghost.
Absolutely, and all his experiences pretty much shaped him into the person he is today. So, man,
Canaan.
Okay.
It's giving Philly Canaan.
It really is. Okay.
Because I told him that shit really like a power series.
It's definitely giving emotional urban fiction for sure.
Yeah.
Social justice storytelling and, just shedding light on the black narratives.
I am so proud of him. And I can't wait to read through Makai because, like you said,
yes,
the experience of we all, of course, there's hoods everywhere.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But although we experience a lot of the same things intertwined, there's a lot of differences as well as far as who we are as people, just the dynamic of our community and the cultures, within our different cities. There are some differences in what shaped us and how we experience some things. So getting it from a true North Philadelphian, no RF, not NORTH.
Nice.
It's different when it comes to Philadelphia.
Period.
Yeah, it's different when it comes to Philadelphia. We say North, not North.
With an F.
Yeah, North with an F. So getting it from a true North Philadelphian is definitely official. So shout out to Jeffrey. You guys go on Amazon right now and purchase Built From Her Hands by Jeffrey Hudson. It's a great read, and you can get it on Kindle. So
Yep, it's an audio and a printed version. So handle that.
shout out to you, Jeff.
Yes. Big dog. Child.
Yes. So now it's time to get into the topics, and let's just go ahead and get into it. All right.
Oh man.
So it was a harmony for me.
Tough crowd.
So.
We need this tough crowd.
Anna, do you want to read this, or do you want me to read this? Because for me, this connects to me on such a personal level. I don't know if you want me to jump in and start my shit, or if you want to read it and I can start my shit after you.
I can read it, and then you can jump in and start your shit.
Okay.
So the post reads, "It's sad how you really can't address things as adults. Misunderstandings, things that bother you or hurt you. We can't talk about it without cutting each other off, raising our voices, disrespecting each other. We really losing family, friends, and relationships over communication skills, essentially. So everything labeled as tripping, checking someone, nagging, arguing back and forth. We really just want to fix things so everything will all be good. For some reason, everybody wants to just play tough." How do you feel about this? Because I feel like it's a lot of like, you know, of course we talk about things like this on a different level, but when it comes to this, it's just, for me, it's about, there is a level of emotional intelligence that you acquire when you deal with different people throughout life. So it is a bumpy road with figuring out how to address certain people. It's like, do I want to be bothered? Because you have a right as a person to say who you want to deal with and who you don't want to deal with, what your standards are, and what you can tolerate emotionally. And if you're open to acquiring more emotional intelligence, because just because you can understand something doesn't necessarily mean that you subscribe to it. There's a difference. So meaning that, all right, I understand that this person is passive aggressive. I'm a person, some people may say that I'm confrontational. I don't feel like that. I feel like I just like to address things head on and work through things. I want to discuss it. Whereas another person might just be like, you know what, forget about it. I ain't going to say nothing. We had words, and clearly you can see that bother me. So maybe you just won't do it again and just keep it that way. No, we need to talk through this so that way we can figure out what led up to that. So that way we can avoid this altogether the next time. You know, but people just have their different styles. So that's where I was thinking from that post, from that point of view, from me personally. Because I'm just like, if some shit you do got to talk about. Because to a certain degree, you don't like when people sweep shit under the rug either. Because it makes you think that people are fucking with you. Because it makes me feel that way too. Oh, so you thought it was sweet. No, we're going to talk about this. You know?
For me, it was twofold.
Okay, come on, folks. It's like, I'm gonna leave you alone today. I promise. Go ahead. Come on, Miss Twofold.
This twofold about to turn into a double-edged sword.
I'm sorry.
For me, it was twofold because the top half that talked about we can't talk about without cutting each other off, and we're ultimately losing family, friends, and relationships over communication versus, the playing tough and the everybody just wants to be a tough thing.
Yes.
For me, again, it was twofold. I thought about it. The top half I thought about in my aspect of friendships.
Okay.
And the bottom half about that everybody wants to play tough, I thought about in the aspect of relationships. Both aspects in how I'm perceived. Okay. Because I experience this and I go through this, I feel like a lot. I feel like when you address things, I'm always taken as a misunderstanding.
Got you.
Like just because I'm confronting or addressing something does not mean I'm nagging or I'm bitching or I'm complaining or that I'm being combative. Yes. Addressing something does not mean that I'm being combative or that I'm nagging. In the relationship aspect, though, men often be like, oh, she nagging her, just like, damn, she too much, she aggressive. When it comes to friends, they either might feel like you aggressive or this is the friend that's often doing too much. Mm-hmm. And if I'm addressing something, that's not doing too much because I'm addressing something. Everything is not going to be sunshine and rainbows and sprinkles. Mm-hmm. There's going to be some concerns or some things that come up that we're not going to necessarily agree on and that need to be addressed. So because I'm addressing something does not mean I'm being combative or that I'm angry.
Right. Like,
but
are
a
you
lot
not?
of the times, even in both situations, even just in friendship or platonic or relationship wise, or romanticship wise, it's sometimes that can be looked at as if you're being combative or aggressive. Just because I'm addressing something doesn't mean. Yes, that means I have a concern or an issue, which is why, yes, I'm addressing it. But I'm not automatically combative. Even though it doesn't matter what the approach is, it's automatically taken as you combative or you're nagging or I'm against this. And now it turns into a misunderstanding because I'm approaching it as one thing, but you're perceiving it as another. And no matter, even if I explain to you that this is not my intent on how I'm approaching it to you, just because you don't want to hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
You don't want to address.
I'm met with visceral or
exactly.
You shut down. You know what I mean?
And now I'm these labels as nagging and combative and all of these things.
I've had that said to me too in relationships too, friend. You're not alone. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, and again, this is in friendships, relationships, or just, just general kind of. It's just like it's so weird to me and it's bothersome because at the end of the day, at this big age I'm at, medium age that I'm at, small medium, because I'm still kind of young, but at this age that I am,
medium age is crazy.
I'm like, I don't feel like I need to explain myself or continue to. I've been explaining myself for too long to you bitches, and I'm not saying like you bitches, like I'm talking about everybody. I've been explaining myself too long to you. I'm not going to keep over explaining myself because everybody else is sensitive or don't nobody else want to be honest enough and mature enough to address things without getting in their feelings and feeling some type of way. Like that's too much. Like you said earlier, you can listen to something without subscribing to it.
Yeah. And just understand.
And that's what nobody wants to take the responsibility to actually do. Like, you don't want to take the time to process something.
Yeah, take the emotion out of it and just think about the logic part. Yeah.
I don't have time for that. Yeah. Which is why a lot of the times I do get this person, you're mean, you're aggressive. No, it's at this age that I am, small, medium, I can observe some things off the back, and if I think that I can tell that you're a person who's not going to get it per se, I'm not going to even bother. So at that point, I'm going to let you think what you want about me. I frankly don't give a fuck, my dear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Which is why this resonated so well with me, because I'm just like, damn, I ain't going to lie. I took this personal a little bit. I'm not going to lie, because I experienced this so often. Yeah. And so many different aspects of my life. It's like, I'm sick of you sensitive motherfuckers.
This generation, just like this time era that we're in, is just so, it's just
touchy. Trash vines.
It's just really soft. It's really soft and it's delicate.
And men don't like hearing that word. They don't like being described or as sensitive. That word, like.
But you want to be treated as such, though, don't you? Though,
but
like, they be wanting to be treated like that. How was it bothersome?
Like, you don't like hearing it, well, that's really what it is.
That's personal. That's something psychological within you.
You want me to use a synonym? Because ultimately, you just want to define the same thing.
Child. Anymore.
I don't feel like it's anything offensive about being called sensitive, but at the end of the day, that's me.
Here we are.
To each his own.
Right. So, things just get to you more. That doesn't mean that you necessarily.
Right. Like this.
Yeah, just because you're sensitive doesn't mean that you're going to react. Because some people are sensitive, but you would never know that they're sensitive because they don't like react on an emotional way. Like
passive aggressive people are like that.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. I feel like that's what they do. Like, they're sensitive, and although they don't want to say it outright,
I can see that, but I can't subscribe to that. No, excuse me.
Right. I can see it, but I can't subscribe to it. Right.
You're making me mad right now.
That's where me and my mom worked like the same mother. No baby, no.
No baby. So, tough crowd. Loosen up.
And that is a tough crowd. And that's what we named the subject, tough crowd. Because it is very tough when you're dealing with it. And I feel like the majority of the world is very tough on people who respond like myself.
Yeah, but I think, but when you're willing to have a conversation, it just leaves room for growth on both
Absolutely.
areas.
And
Whether
I'm
you're the
always
one
willing
who's
to
wrong
have
or
a
not, I feel
conversation.
like both of y'all
Yes.
can learn something
Thank
from each
you,
other,
friend.
and that's the beauty in being able
Whether
to communicate
you're the one
and
who's
discuss
wrong
things.
or not. That
Yeah.
was the key phrase
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
That right there in what you said,
You
friend.
do learn. You do learn. It's plenty like you got to be real with yourself. But just, I mean, if you're a person that's not open to that, like, are you not interested in growth? Like, come on, what is life about?
You're getting in the way. I wanna believe.
You in this fucking. Oh my goodness. So you want to jump into the second topic? I said topic.
The topic.
Tema.
So we're gonna jump into the dos tema of the episode. So there's a young lady who tweeted and quoted, one of the problems is that slavery is taught as the history of black people and not the history of white people.
And my takeaway from that is that it is literally about both. It's literally both, because it's like how you tell y'all don't want to tell our story as it is, but y'all really not telling what the fuck y'all did neither. So let's really tell both sides. Like
you don't like to be honest about it. They like to what's the word I'm looking for? They like to fluff.
Okay.
Like the whole thing, like
erase.
Like fluff and erase, like the whole slaves versus enslaved people.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that this is what this all really breaks down to. And at baseline it breaks down to accountability. Accountability breaks down into guilt. You don't want to be accountable for the shit that you know ancestors have done, the shit that you know actually happened. You don't want it to be told that harshly because of the guilt that's entailed, because you know this shit was wrong.
Right. And my thing is like, it's like we know, like, as bad as you tried to silence us, we still know. And to be honest, I feel like I don't even play spades. Let's just call a spade here. Why not? I'm even open to, I'm one of those that's going to be like, toe the line, like, okay, cool. I know that y'all don't like me, right? So let's tell both sides of the story. You be truthful and honest about, tell us the shit, because this is the kicker though. This is what it really, you tell us the shit that we already know and then some. Because I'm sure it's plenty of shit that y'all got that we're not even thinking about. It's like, but it's like none of this, nothing under the sun is new. But at the same time, it's just like we probably so desensitized to some shit. We probably even look past it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with new generations that don't really know,
quote unquote, new information that comes up on the internet every day. And again, I fact check everything that I see on social media, because you just never know. This AI shit is scary. Wow. Did y'all see that shit with the AI people who doing like mukbangs and whole AI videos and shit like that? I watched that video 3-4 times straight, and there's very, very little pieces that I can point out to be able to depict that it's actually AI. That's why it's very scary, because it's getting better and better. And I said this shit from the fucking beginning when we started talking about this shit, maybe over a year over a fucking year ago. Yeah. I said I did not think it was going to be used for a good thing, and this shit was going to get real scary.
Heck no. Yeah, of course not. No.
Every video I see, if I'm laughing at something and it's funny, I don't care whether it's fake or not. But if it's something that I felt like is true, you gotta really examine and fact check shit, because you go down so we can hear you on the camera. They gotta be able to hear you, because when you be talking, they can't hear you in the background. Standing in the background. Come on now.
There was this old guy in the market. It was these 2 young men. They took a picture of him without him looking, and they ran it through the AI. And so they created like a whole video of him like opening his shirt up. And so they went to the old guy and was like, "This you? I know you look familiar. You're so famous." Old guy got pissed because it's embarrassing.
Because he never did that.
He just looked like he ripped his shirt open in the store.
A lot of people were saying that in the comments.
And exposing himself, yeah.
He went the fuck off.
That's scary as shit.
Yeah, it is.
Because the average mind is not going to look at the video in detail enough to see if it's like the police, FBI, like different, governmental factors. They had technology to be able to screen other things to see if it's AI or not. But the average brain and mind is not going to necessarily process that. They don't even pay attention to little shit. I've watched plenty of videos and looked at the comments of things that I clearly saw was AI, and looked at the comments of it, and people was going off, and I'm like, y'all didn't even pay attention. Like, if you watch this video even twice, you can see the breakup in the video, and that it's not real.
It's not real. Yeah.
These are not real people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just real, very human looking like Sims.
That's what they look like. Yeah,
human Sims.
And too perfect.
That's why I'm not gonna even lie. I understand that people have fun of like GPT chat and like the different video games and all of that, and I understand it might be fun for recreational, but I don't want to touch none of that shit because it's not the same as what it was when technology was advancing when we were younger to get like Gigapets and MySpace,
Tamagotchis and shit.
Yeah, shit like that. It's very different when you can literally take somebody's identity and damn near the law can't depict whether it's you or not.
I'm cool.
I told you that shit was not going to be good. I fucking knew it, and I.
She like.
I don't like it.
I don't even know. We went down a rabbit hole. Hold on. Where was we talking about? I lost track. We were talking about
we completed the topic that we were on, but we went on and transitioned into that. So, ultimately, black people and white people, we were talking about the black people, white problems being white people problems as well.
Yes.
Did you have any additional concluding facts to that? Because we actually did that. So
it
is what it is. Y'all are, a lot of y'all are liars. It's about the 70 to 30%. 70% of y'all still want to lie and say, "Oh no, we didn't do it this way." Take it out. We enslaved people, not slave people. Trying to make it seem like it was a choice. No. And it's 30% who really want to be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's my personal opinion.
I mean, I noticed that it's a lot. That population is definitely out there because there's some black people who feel that way too, and I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it.
Including that 70%.
I can't wrap my head around it.
I feel like that 70% is 35 and 35. Simple ass black people and simple ass black people.
There you go. Yep. Something.
So overall, give us your thoughts on that. And,
yes, let me know how y'all feel about that.
Our black history and how it should be, shaped, looked at, reviewed, who should take accountability in what area, and all of that. Yeah,
since white people want to have why are they basically like black this, black that? Yeah, so have white history then. Tell the truth. Hello? But anyway.
Right. If it wasn't that deep, you don't have a history of, you have Hispanic Heritage Month, but outside of that, you don't have y'all not leaning in on anything else as far as, because y'all know we got fucked over. Right. Asians, Hispanics, and all that. It was shit that happened with them. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to black people, and still to this day, that's why it's such a big argument. So that's why it is what it is. But we're about to get into some more of that with the reality check. Because watch this, y'all. The reality check talks about how the oppressors that we're talking about don't want to be oppressed. Mm-hmm. Please, it's not super lengthy. A minute. Give me a minute, please. Just listen to this.
I want to know how it is you voted for Donald Trump when you're so into facts, because his entire campaign is not based in facts. It was all based in propaganda and emotion.
I voted for Donald Trump for one reason only. His policies, if implemented, would slow the dispossession of whites in the United States. If you were to deport all illegal immigrants, if you were to think very hard about letting in any Muslims, all of this would slow the rate at which whites are becoming a minority.
Why are you so worried about the white dispossession of America?
Because I want my people to survive. Because that's what's strange. We don't control China. We don't control any place where whites are not a majority. And if we become a minority, we will not control our own destiny anymore.
I grew up in this country as a minority, as the children of immigrants. I was their first child born in America. And while I didn't have much possession or didn't have much control, I really enjoyed myself. You say that you wouldn't want me in this country?
At some point, when my ancestors built this nation, they did not build it with the intention of giving it away to Mexicans or Chinese or Asians or anyone else.
Do you consider, you keep saying your ancestors built this country, you consider that a fact?
Who else built it?
Black people, Native Americans, Chinese people who came and built the railroads,
Do you think none of that could have been
Italian people.
They're Europeans, aren't they?
I haven't heard that.
I didn't hear a little bit.
Oh damn. Yeah,
How clear it was to you in the back. So it was a white man, and there was a man of Asian descent who were talking. And of course, if you heard the pieces about, my family came over here and they worked and they did all this, that was the Asian man talking. The white man was the one who said, well, my people, built this country and we don't want to give it to, Mexicans, Asians, and all of that. He said, my people built
this country.
And the Asian man says, well, pretty much, well, did they? He said, well, what about the blacks, the Asians? He said, well, the white man says, that's your opinion.
Yeah, and be dead serious though.
But these are also the white people that generationally, they were their ancestors before them embedded into them. These were the people, ancestors who were trying to erase black history, from the very beginning.
Right.
Like we know what we did, but we don't give a fuck. This is what you teach from here on out.
Right.
This is what this is. We did, this was our country. This is that.
Raising their people with a God
And
complex.
because there's, again, so much of that, in my opinion, that 70-30 could be 80-20, 50-50, 40-60, whatever. You got those white people who like, no, come on now, y'all know we was fucked up. And you got those who still trying to, no, this is what you, which is, again, and it's very prevalent, clearly, still to this day.
Yeah.
In 2025, when you got people who are very adamant about the fact that people who are Caucasian, who are very adamant about the fact that my ancestors built this country and we gave y'all opportunity and so on and so every single thing that this man said in this clip.
Right. Yeah.
Baby boomers, no shade to y'all, but y'all are the motherfuckers.
I'm crying because, and back to the meetings about the whole situation that's going on right now between, the U.S. and Iran. Somebody was like, send the boomers first.
Because they the ones.
Y'all
motherfuckers, y'all want to be the ones?
Yeah, be them ones. The number ones on the front line. Go ahead, get your ass.
Front line. Go to Calvary.
Right.
Go to Calvary, just like Jesus did. Take your ass, get to Calvary, go up there.
Make some shape.
This your country, right? That you fighting for, the freedom. Let freedom ring.
Okay. So,
give us y'all feedback. I would really love to hear the feedback. If we have any Caucasians in the audience,
who would like to chime in?
I would really love to hear.
Respectfully.
Yeah, of course. I would love to hear. Please be respectful. I would love to hear y'all feedback. Whether same or indifferent.
Yeah.
To each his own. We respect everything.
We do.
Again, as long as you approach it respectfully. I would love to hear y'all feedback. So, and everybody else's as well. But others, yeah, I want to hear that.
Me too.
I need that.
Yes. And that was all that we have for you guys this week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and join us on another episode next week.
And we're not celebrating July 4th, just so y'all don't think.
Yeah, we're not. Sorry, let y'all know.
We still celebrating Juneteenth.
Right. This is pre-recorded. Holla, bye.